Alright guys, welcome back to Minecraft, and just wanted to sort of give you a little bit of an update of what's going on. Sorry. Um, so I finished clearing out this little part in the hill like I said I would. So we've got the basic structure of our pads all lined out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them with this wood. And I don't know if I have enough to completely make all the pads out of it, like redo the floor here. But I'll do the roof with it at the very least. And then if I have enough left over, I might go into doing like other parts of it, like the floor with it. But this roof's going to take quite a bit, so I'm not quite sure on that. I can always make more. I just don't want to spend too much time on this project, like just way too much time. I think that'll be a big waste of time. And I'm going to cover the whole thing. I decided with a layer of cobblestone, followed by a layer of dirt that'll turn into grass. And I think that will be fairly good. Because I was worried that what was going to happen was Endermen were going to pick up the block of dirt and then there's just going to be this weird pasty white color underneath it. And I didn't really want that. But I think if I do this, we'll be okay. That's the one thing. I really don't like Endermen, at least for building this mob farm. Because, like, this used to be so easy, and we could have like a tall room or even higher to build this, but since Enderman came around, we can't have a 3 tall room. Well, you could if you made the entire room out of Enderman-proof blocks, like you made all the floors out of half slabs or something. I mean, there's plenty of blocks that they can't pick up. It's just not easy ones, generally. And, but you know what? It's not like we couldn't get them, because they'd be pushed away by the water, and I don't have enough expertise to know what would be a good idea to replace it with instead. What does that sound? Is that just me walking? I'm scaring myself with my sound of my own feet. Okay. But anyway, so this will be Enderman proof. That's good. Does that look weird to you? It's like something clipping through the side of it. Is that the vines? Do they do that? Sorry, I want to investigate this. Hold on. Oh, that's grass. Oh, I forgot grass does that, doesn't it? It clips through the ground a little bit. Anyway. God, I feel like I'm going insane. Oh, it's this jungle cat running around. That's what it is. I came down here last night just to check the place out. To see how it was doing. There's a ton of spiders, and I've been wanting some spider silk. You know, because it's useful for a lot of things. And so I was like, okay, I'll pick up some. And then I went down here, got all the spiders, and then what's it called? Oh yeah, like a horde of creepers, like 5 of them, started moving towards me. And, you know, I'm not scared of creepers, but that's a lot of creepers. So, you know, I ran up my ladder and went to sleep, came back, and they were gone. So, that's good. It looks like I'm not going to be making this whole thing out of this wood, just the roof. And the reason I'm making the roof out of it, because, I mean, you're not going to see it mostly, but I like going into my machines after I make them, even though I probably have no need to go into this one. So, I think it'll be interesting having a different colored roof. Because most of the ones I've made are made out of cobblestone and dirt, which isn't exactly you know, 5-star materials. Okay. We'll probably replace that sand. I don't want something really simple to just blow it out. I'm not quite sure how I'll do it yet, because I haven't done it before, but I think I'll try to make this into kind of a hill of sorts. You know, I did not think about that. That's going to be so dark over there. Let me go get some torches. It'll probably be covered in monsters by the time I come back anyway, but let me get them before I forget now. Anyway, I put up my Minecraft challenge video, and I had a lot of fun doing that. Just put that up recently, and I really liked that for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Those type of thing. I never used to think that those type of things would be interesting, but I should really turn off Steam. Crap, I forgot about that. I'll get it next time. Anyway, but I never thought those kind of things would be interesting to me. But I did have a lot of fun doing it. So I think next time that one comes around, I'll probably do that as well and post it up. It looks like our wheat farm's about ready to be harvested again. When I got all those animals out of the way, it got a lot less laggy over there, which is kind of cool. And I got quite a bit of meat out of that. So I'm probably not going to worry about breeding them too much. Yep. I knew you were going to be here, my friend. You always are. What else do we got? More creepers. Well, at least we know the mob farm is going to work. We're gone for like a couple seconds, and there's already creepers in here. Okay. If we seriously have jungle cats swimming up in this mob trap, that'd be hilarious. Where'd it go? Oh, whoa, what the heck? It's like a ninja cat. I'm gonna have to watch that later. Ninja. Wow. Okay. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I had a lot of fun doing that, so next time I run across someone posting up one of those, I'll probably try them again, because it's a lot of fun having that extra challenge. And I was also thinking I might be doing a, what's it called? A custom map soon, because a lot of those look like fun, and I found one that looks interesting. It has audio commentary, or like most of them usually have text to go with them, and you have to read it out. But this one actually has audio, like little YouTube audio commentaries, and it seems kind of neat. So I was thinking about maybe doing that, and what I'd do is I'd go probably I'd listen to it myself, and like I'd probably stop the video, listen to it, and then I'd patch the audio into it later when I was editing, so you guys could hear it well. And I mean, if they take too long, I might just like I'm not quite sure how to fill the time on video when the audio is running, so I'll have to think about that. But I think that'll work out quite well if I do that, and I'm kind of excited about doing that as well. I'm not very good at custom maps. That's the one problem I'm gonna have with it, but I think I can just plow on through that problem, and I'll be able to get it done. Oh yeah, and like I said earlier, I don't think these trees got the ability to grow next to each other like the oak trees did as well, because I went to use bone meal on these things, and they sucked up a good half a stack, and I only got like 5 trees. So it's just like the old trees, which bums me out a little bit. I was hoping I could just make tons of these and get this whole thing over with, but I can't. So this this is going to take a little longer, and I'm not going to fill the whole thing with this white wood. And let's see, still working on this house. I mean, haven't done much work. I'm trying to get that mob farm done. That's what most of my time's going towards. And I've just been adding little bits of wool as I've been getting it. Noticeably have tons of orange and yellow wool and almost no red wool now. And I've got tons of purple as well. But I think what I'll do is I'll finish all of this off. I'd like to use another wool somewhere, but on the stairs I'll probably use a gray wool or a brown wool, because those seem to make sense to me. And you'll have to go up to a second story. Once again, I still don't have an idea of what I'm going to put up there, but I really want a second story. That just seems right. Like, that seems like what I want to do. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. So anyway, what we're going to have to be doing next, once we finish putting the top on this thing, which I might like put on some of the top, and then once I run out of materials I'll just start working. But then we're going to dig trenches out in it, and what it's going to be like is it's going to be probably right in the center. Like, see this big pad here? And it goes that way, that way, that way, and that way. We're going to divide it up into 4 pieces, so it's going to be a 2x2 water tunnel going this way and going that way. Like, so there'll be 4 perfectly even pieces, or not perfectly even, but they'll be close. And I'll have water currents running them in a way that when they all meet up, they'll all work their way to these 4 channels, these 4 main channels we dug, and then it'll sweep them all the way in the center, and the water will cause them to swim up here when these ladders are gone. Oh! Snap! Lag! Lag! Okay. Oh, that was scary. Since I'm down here, I'll do what I was going to do in a little bit, which was spam some torches up here so nothing spawned. I was hoping to go about this a little more normally, but, you know, take advantage of misfortune, I suppose. I certainly shall. Yeah, so that's a bit of an update on what's going on. And haven't been uploading the past couple of days. I just recently restarted because I was having some issues with my internet, and they kind of fixed themselves. Now it appears to be completely operational now, which is very good. I was worried after about the 3rd day of it not working that we were going to have problems, but it's working now. And so that's very good. I was very ecstatic once I figured out that I was going to be able to keep posting these up, because I had like 2 Minecraft episodes and about 2 or 3 Deus Ex ones that I had saved up, because I just kept going through with the videos figuring I'd post them up like I did, or like I'm doing anyway, once I got it back. And that's exactly what I'm doing. As of right now, it's uploading. Oh, snap. Let's just get out of here. Ah, crap. Oh my gosh, you scared the crap out of me. Here. You want some of your own medicine? Take that, noob. Come back, come back. I got another surprise for you. Yeah! Eat it. Okay. Sorry, what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? Mr. Skeleton. So anyway, these are all being uploaded, and just continuing work on this mob farm. And if I have to say so myself, I think it's turning out quite well so far. I saw a little blue and green in there, and I thought I saw a zombie. We'll finish off this roof as the time comes. And I think next what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on the water path. So give me a second, and I'll go get all my buckets, and we'll be back down there and start working on that. Well, I was just about to go back down here, And I saw a little surprise. Hello? Where'd you go? Ah! Sorry. Oh gosh. This place is so dangerous. I need to light up these trenches probably, and there's little spots on the pads that probably aren't perfectly lit. Anyway, now that I'm back in here though, we shouldn't have quite as many problems, although we have an open hole over there, so saying that, we'll probably get ambushed by everything. Now, okay, so I was reviewing the video and I found that these are actually 2 away from the wall, and the other ones were 1 away from the wall. And I always do this, like every time I built this, because I built this at least, I don't know, maybe twice, 3 times, something like that. And every time I build this, I mess up. So that's what happens. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 2 at the wall. So we divide this up into 2 6x6 areas. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, let me get this zombie. Okay, they're gonna keep climbing in here, aren't they? That stupid new AI just has them like going towards light or heat or something. They're like mosquitoes. Anyway, these ones go 1 away from the wall, and they're actually 2 deep. I'm just chiseling out a design first before I finalize this. And we'll probably have little issues with monsters spawning because I'm not lighting this up perfectly. Okay, let's finish this. And these will be water channels as well running through these. To catch them, basically, if they fall off anywhere, they'll fall into a water trench. And once they're in the water trench, they can fight the water current, but it's directly against, like, they can just barely fight it. And once they stop fighting it for a second, it's basically over. They'll just keep flowing out. And, so that's that. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And, it's good because, these pads are small enough, like, they're large enough that they can, you know, spawn a fairly good amount of mobs on them. But they're small enough that they walk off them really easy, and it's really important that we get them to come off fairly quickly because of those new mob rules where if they're a certain distance from you, which they probably will be most of the time, then they stop moving, which is really annoying. So that'll help. It'll help with that because they'll move around for a little while, and most of them will drop into the streams. Let me make an infinite water pool really quick. Not that I mean, there's going to be some out there, but I have a feeling we're going to fill that in soon. Okay, and let's... Oh, it's raining. I'm going to set up the water behind some dirt blocks just so we can get that out of the way. And this project requires a lot of 2 things. One is water, although water is pretty easy to make. Another one is signs, and we might run into a little problem with that because we've had noticeable, whoops, put that in the wrong place. We've had noticeable issues running out of wood, but with those new jungle trees, I'm pretty sure we can just make 1 jungle tree, and we basically have so many signs that we don't know what to do with them. Ah, yes, it's dirt. Or a little bit of it was. It's a lot easier to dig through that dirt. Okay, well, here, let me give you a little overview. Okay, so this is one of the pads I was talking about, and around the edges there's actually a ledge that they can run around on, but what they're probably going to do is they're going to walk around, and a tube block fire isn't considered dangerous to their AI, so they'll just fall into it, and then the water will just push them down these little pads, and they might resist for a little bit, but then they'll just get pushed back, and they'll go to the center, and then there'll be solid water blocks mixed with signs, and they'll just keep swimming up the whole thing, and they'll get air from the signs holding the water back until they get to the top, and then they'll die, which is exactly what we want. But as you can see, there's 4 pads over here that'll be filled in. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on this one corner, and there'll be 4 pads in each corner, so that gives us 16 pads. Quite a lot of spawning space for them, because this area will be completely dark. And if we do a good job of lighting up the caves, we shouldn't run into problems of them spawning other places as much as they'll spawn in here. Let's fill this in. Gotta collect coal. I'm doing a really poor job of collecting it, because normally in my world I have so much in my main world, like I have an entire double chest full of it, that a lot of times I'll skip it over it. Like, I'll pick up enough to give me the torches I need to get through the cave, because I don't bring torches with me. And after that I don't collect much more, usually, because it'll just jam up your inventory, and you could be putting other important things like iron. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I need to try to get out of that habit, first off, and then second off, I need to collect it whenever I can. Oh, and in case you're wondering, all this grass isn't going to be in here when we're done, because it'll be completely dark, so it'll all be dirt, or cobblestone, or maybe a little sand lying around somewhere on the pads and such. And there's also the problem you can run into with these is sometimes if you don't have your system set up right, it can be difficult to deal with the spiders at the top. Like if you try to use lava to kill them, but it isn't set up right, you can destroy the drops. But since this is going to be an experience farm, and there's not really going to be any lava in it, or at least it won't be killing them, it'll be fairly easy to deal with them. So I'll leave it running spiders, but if you didn't want them, you could place half slabs down. That would prevent spider growth. I'm going to link the original video that I got this mob farm from. They illustrate how to use the half slabs to keep them from spawning if you don't want the spiders. If you do, like I do, because once we start doing more brewing, spider eyes will be helpful. It's really nice to be able to have one of those instant damage potions. Like if you're with the mob farm, if you don't want to sit there hacking, you don't want to sit there hacking at the mobs for like 5 minutes if you got a ton of them. You just throw an instant damage potion and damage all of them. And that's so nice, just to be able to take them all out in one hit and then have experience orbs flow to you for like 20 seconds. Make little jingly tones when you've got a bunch of them coming to you. Like, sounds really nice. Anyway, so sorry, I've been rambling. So the mob farm, we've almost got the paths worked out. You've seen me do 3 of them already, so I'll skip out on the 4th one, and then we'll come back and place all our water currents. So see you in a minute. Alright guys, I'm back. Dug out all the trenches, and now we're just filling up with water. I really should have... Oh, I did bring 4. Oh, yes. Okay. I was about to say, I really should have brought 4. I don't know why I only brought 3. And I did bring 4, so this is good. It'll make us twice as productive, or something like that. So we'll be filling all these up with water, and then we're going to need to make a bunch of stairs. Because stairs assist the mobs in moving around on this. And I got 2 more. What am I doing? There's no sense in carrying the extra buckets if I'm not going to use them. Oh gosh. No. Okay. And when we're done with this, we'll break them all, because having water running around while you're trying to place all the signs and stairs down to help hold the water is really, really annoying, because they'll keep pushing you around, and after a while you just get sick of it. Oh man, I really hope nothing drops on me when I go over here. Don't hurt me. Okay, cool. So after this, we'll be making a bunch of signs. You will need a good supply of wood to make this project if you want to go on making this, because the signs that you need for all of it are a little ridiculous. Like, it requires a lot of signs. Okay. So I'm gonna go place all these materials that we dug out back up, and probably go grow a jungle tree, or if we've got enough wood lying around I might just use that. Bring a crafting table down, and we'll start working on our signs. So be right back. So I did have to go and make one of these trees, but I thought, it's been a while since I've given you a nice overhead view of what we've made, and I think it looks pretty cool, actually. There's the animal farm. We got our tree farm. Need to cut some more of those down. Got our unfinished house, storage, food. Looks like that's about ready to be harvested. We got our little alchemy area. What's it called? Enchanting table, and mob farm, and then our tree platform here. So I think it's pretty cool. But anyway. Get back to work on finishing this. We'll probably get all our supplies together and work on a little bit of this. I'll probably finish up the mob spawning area. Yeah, I'll finish up the mob spawning area in this episode, and then we'll be done. And then next episode, we can work on the actual system that pulls them up. And there's a separate video that I got that from. It's from the same person, but it's a different video. And it's there was an original one made, and then there were some modifications. So I'll link the one with the modifications, because it illustrates well enough how to make the original one. And if you don't understand that, dang it, be quiet. That is some loud rain. If you don't understand it, you can go and watch the original one as well. But anyway, let me finish collecting all my stuff together, and then we'll go finish up on today's part of the project. Gosh, there's mobs in here again. I can hear them. Oh, snap. Gonna get higher ground. Okay, looks like zombie. Anything else? I think it might be above me. Anyway, turns out that I'm not the smartest person in the world. Who would have guessed? And so I'm gonna have to, as I build this, I'm gonna have to do some stuff like this to figure out how far this thing flows. Okay, so I think it goes down. I should have made a crafting bench or something. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry, I just hit a little mind block. Give me a second so I can figure this out. Okay, mind lapse. Oh, snap. Mind lapse over. I couldn't quite remember how it went, so I looked it up really quick. And after reviewing it, now I remember what I'm supposed to be doing. So, here, let's make a chest really quick. It's probably a good idea. Oh, and while I'm also remembering it, let me, finish off our little building, or as much of it as we can. I hope this is enough. Brought 60 of those wooden planks. Have a sinking feeling I'm gonna be like too short or something. If I am, I'll probably just replace it with dirt. And it's not too short. It's a lot more than 2. Okay, well, at least they can't climb up from... Well, yeah, they can. Okay, whatever. Okay. I'm just gonna seal it up with jungle wood. Give me my jungle wood. It's kind of a weird texture because it's kind of pinkish. You know, it's kind of pinkish, reddish. But it looks really odd against the pale white wood. Alright, there we go. Now we've sealed off. Now this area is somewhat more secure. Okay. So, like I said, brain lapse is gone. So, let me just stick these back so I can do this without being annoyed. So, we need to dig, and I really should have made a shovel. I always forget to make them, but, anyway, right here at the corners, we'll dig a 2x3 trench, I believe, or I'm not quite sure what the first dimension is, but basically it's 2 wide and 3 long. I know that's what it is. 2 wide and 3 long. And that's the dimensions for these little drop areas, because obviously the water that we place back there can't... Oh, snap, I thought that was a creeper. It didn't make any noises, like, you know, creepers don't make noises. They just drop in and kill you. But obviously the water can't travel far enough, and this is where we're going to be placing stairs and a sign, and then water over these stairs. And what it'll do is it'll allow us to connect them with more water streams, so we can extend the water streams without having to go down. It'll be horizontal. And right here there's some too. Ooh, hello, Cole. I will have to grab you. It's because I love you. Sorry, didn't expect to run into coal, but like I said, I need it. I've got about a stack of it, which isn't much. I'm burning it up about as fast as I'm collecting it, maybe collecting it a little faster, because, you know, all the stuff I'm smelting, like all that iron you pick up, you need to smelt it. Let's see, okay. And, these little drop downs are where we're gonna, I already said that, stupid. Okay. Another thing, we have to make sure all the stairs are pointing towards the center, because what the stairs are for, we put, like what's going to happen is, okay, let's say a mob is up here and then it falls down right here, and that water stream is going to be pushing you this way towards the middle. Well, you're going to fall and you're going to drop down, you're going to get pushed over, and then you'll keep getting pushed, and there'll be a water source right here going that way, so the water will be pushing you that way. The second you touch this block, you start getting pushed, and you don't even have to jump, because if it was just a solid block, you'd have to jump to get up it. Even if the water was pushing you, it wouldn't matter. But because it's a step, it'll push you up automatically, and you'll keep going. And then there'll be a sign here and here just to hold the water in, keep it going that way instead of flowing back. So that's what signs are for, and we're going to need a lot of signs for this project. And we have to keep all the stairs facing towards the center. It makes sense once you know what they're for. So as long as you know what therefore, like therefore pushing them in this direction, ooh, then it makes sense what direction they have to go. But if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a little confusing as to which direction the stairs go. Hello there, Mr. Iron. I would very much enjoy being able to use you. Not in that way. You YouTube people are sick, disgusting people. Okay. Just gonna finish this up really quick. Make my rounds, make sure all the stairs are in place. By the way, got all that chicken cooked and all the beef cooked. I'm gonna use the chicken first though. It's very nice. It does 3 things of hunger, which is a little more than bread. But it definitely makes a difference. Okay, so now we're gonna do, this is the part I hate, because if signs stacked, this wouldn't be so bad. But they don't, obviously, so this takes up a lot of space. Okay, let's start placing these. And the sign's only purpose is to hold the water and keep it going in the right direction. So, you don't have to, I mean, I always wondered, you know, what would happen if we wrote something on the sign, and the answer is absolutely nothing different, you know. So if you feel so inclined to writing something on the sign, be my guest, like, you know, "Wahaha, you're about to get it, creeper," or, you know, something stupid like that. Sounds like something I would write. Okay. Here, I'm gonna make a bunch of signs here, and then just stick the extras in this chest. Okay, that's probably not enough signs, but I got enough wood to make more. Nope, nope. I said chest, not sand block. Okay, store all that extra wood in there. That'll help keep our space down. And they go one above the trench, the signs do. Because the water will be going right here and here on top of those. Ooh, lag spike. Oh, where's my chest? Okay. Okay, and one here. So you just run through here, place all your signs. That's the next step. I'm going to stop recording for a second while I finish this up. Okay, we've got all of our signs placed for the lower section. And now well, I guess I didn't need to do that. Now we're going to let this water go. And there's a little trick you have to do with these corner pieces. It's a very simple little trick. You'll notice there's nothing here, and eventually the mob would end up straying into the stream. But we can just help them along by spreading water out, letting it go back down. Once it updates, it covers that block. So what'll happen is the mobs will fall down in these streams, and they'll hit this corner, and depending on where they are, they'll just split off one way or the other, make their way towards one of these 4 center streams, and then it'll keep going. So these side streams are just to get them in the center streams. And then we put the water here. So now how this works is they'll come over here, and then they'll get pushed up here, keep going, and they'll go that way. So that's good, it's working so far. Let's get these ones off. These little corner pieces are kind of annoying to get, but they're not that annoying. And it's worth it to keep them from having a dead spot that they can just sit in for a little while. Because if they stop moving, then you might not be able to get them moving again without getting close to the machine. And that's not the point of machines. Machines are supposed to make our lives easier, so we shouldn't have to work hard to make them work. Well, shouldn't have to work extra hard, more than you need to. Okay. So this is coming along swimmingly well. It's always fun to say that, swimmingly well. And I'm just going to fill all these in. After we get all these outside ones all threaded together, like all put together like this, then we'll go to the 4 inner ones that are on the main streams and put those in. Put water above those, and that'll be good to go. So I'll get back to you as soon as we've gotten these outside streams, and then I'll show you the middle ones. They're about the same, but I'll show you them anyway. Alright guys, so almost done with this project now. Or almost done with this room. Okay, so all of the streams on all the sides will all come to the center here. And that's good. I'm going to have to end it for today because I'm out of time, but that will be a little bit more that we have to do. Oh, that's a star. I thought that was a skeleton. A little more we have to do right here in this little center area. We got to put up some signs so we can block the water here. And then we'll start our great journey up, placing alternating signs and water blocks. And that'll take a while. So I might do if I can figure out how to do a fast motion, like a sped up video with some audio with it, I'll see if I can do that. And, but for today we're going to have to stop, and I'll see you guys next episode. So, have a nice day.